to Better Than Yesterday. So you are watching an episode of BTY Raw. This is a show where we talk about different types of topics that we think are super beneficial for young people, things that we are actually going through. And what I actually wanted to talk to you guys about today is the fact of how you can use anger and aggression to your benefit, and why you should do that, why you should be more aggressive in the way that you go about your life. So it's been a little while since I've been on a video. We do apologize that Daniel and I have been somewhat quiet. We've just been very busy with university work and been getting sick and all of these kind of things. But no excuse, but here we are back with another video, or at least here I am. And I'm excited to talk about today's topic because it's something that I've been actually going through and sort of dealing with and realizing, to say it in the best way possible, quite recently in my own life. And yeah, I think there's this whole idea, of going with the flow. So I don't know if you guys, obviously, I'm sure you've heard of that kind of term. And I think a lot of people I speak to, even if myself, if you had asked me if I was a person who sort of goes with the flow, I'd probably agree with that statement. And I think a lot of people, when you ask them, like, what are you doing in your life and that kind of stuff, a lot of the time the replies that I get is just, I'm just going with the flow, man, trying to stay under the radar, all these kind of things. And I totally get it, man. I really do. I think it's one of those, it's just a response that I don't think people put a lot of thought into, but also I think they are being truthful when they say it, because they're sort of just letting life take them in the direction that life is going to take them, And what I've actually written up, it's at the top of that pinboard that is behind me. I wrote down, I said, I am done being a passenger. And I wrote that down only a few weeks ago because I realized, that whole situation of going with the flow, it's kind of like you're in the passenger seat of your life. And that's the situation I kind of felt that I was in. I was just in the passenger seat and life was in the driver's seat, and it was just taking me this way and that way. And I was just sort of sitting back and, well, okay, cool, I'm just going to go with this, see where it takes me. But I said, it came to a point where I was like, nah, I'm done being a passenger, because I want to be the person who's in control of my own life, you know what I mean? I want to be the person who's sitting in the driver's seat and actually taking control, Not letting life say, okay, we're going this direction because I'm not putting up any fight and life's just going this way, so I'm just going to accept it. Maybe I'm just going to get a 9-to-5 job and spend the rest of my life doing that, and then settle down at the age of 25, all these kind of things. That whole sort of white picket fence life that people talk about. That's just an example, of not being in control of your life. But instead, what I want to do is get out of the passenger seat immediately, put myself into the front seat. And the thing is, that takes a bit of aggression. That takes a bit of anger. There's no, that's the whole idea of going with the flow. There's no aggression and anger in that, you're just sort of lying back and letting life take you, Whereas if you insert some aggression and some anger into your life, that allows you to take control. That allows you to get out of the passenger seat and get into the driver's seat. So when I talk about anger and I talk about aggression, it's not talking about the idea of being cruel or unkind or anything like that. But it's more the idea of when you wake up in the morning, you have a drive, you have a fire inside of you that says, okay, like, I know what my dreams are, and I'm going to work relentlessly towards those dreams. If anyone gets in my way, I'm removing them out of my path so that I can get exactly what I want. That's some aggression, that's some anger that you've inserted into your life, and it's a healthy anger. It's the kind of anger that is going to help you if you really want to achieve things in your life, So if you're an unambitious person, if you don't have big aspirations, big dreams that you want to fulfill one day, then maybe it is just the best idea to go with the flow, Take a seat there in the passenger seat and let life take you where it wants to take you, If, something's not going your way, well, I don't want to cause a fuss, so I'm just going to let it keep happening, If my parents are saying I should just go into this industry, but it's not really what I want to enjoy, it's not really what I enjoy, but, I don't want to upset them, so I'm just going to go for that, I'm in this relationship that isn't the best for me, and I know it's holding me back, but, I don't want to go through the pain and cause all that conflict, so I'm just going to stay here, That's the thing of going with the flow and being in the passenger seat in your life. You're really going to get to a point where you are not in the position that you want to be. And you're like, how did I get here? It's because you haven't been taking control. There's no control in your life. So that's where inserting some anger, some aggression, some dominance into your life is really important. And this isn't just for men. This is also for women, and for any person, I don't think, sometimes aggression can be perceived as this negative thing, as this, just the word itself. I think people are like, whoa, I don't want to be aggressive. But I think, people that are winning in life are aggressive. They are assertive. That doesn't mean that they are, like I said, it doesn't mean that they are unkind. It doesn't mean that you treat people badly. It's just the way that you take control in your life, and you don't let it just pass by you. You're actually the person who is out there starting their own business, who is, waking up in the morning at 5 a.m., getting up at a cup of coffee. I need to take my own advice here. But, that's the kind of person that is waking up with, like I said, with a fire inside of them to go out and strive to be the best person that they can be, to be better than they were yesterday. So use aggression and anger as a motivator for you. We all have difficult things that we've gone through in our lives. And even people that are hating on you and people that are trying to pull you down in your past, perhaps, use that kind of situations to develop and insert some anger and aggression into your life, so that you will have that fire inside you to really pursue your goals, that you won't just sit and let life take you by and go with the flow, and then you'll never end up achieving anything that you actually wanted to achieve. So that's what I wanted to say for today's video. I think it's an extremely important topic, and hopefully you guys understand and agree with what I'm saying, because, and I definitely apply it into your own lives. I think we can all do with some more aggression and some more anger in our lives, healthy and positive, in the way that we use it. But yeah, really appreciate you guys watching this video, listening to this podcast, however you've been consuming this content. If you did really enjoy it, consider following us on this channel, and we'll be posting more and more stuff. Daniel and I are basically on this journey of self-improvement and trying to become better than people we were yesterday, and we want to help you guys to do the same on that journey. So consider subscribing, leave a comment, let us know what your thoughts are, and we'll see you guys very soon for another one.